Hey everyone, this is Angie at Stampin' with Amore. Today is quick and easy day and I have a cute little purse for Christmas. Yes, I'm doing Christmas. I know it's not even September, but you know me, I have to throw in the Christmas projects. I always have so many I want to create, and yeah, this is just another really cute one. And I got 3 of these little Andes mints in here. These were the ones that came out at Christmas, and I'm sure they'll come out again. I have 3 of them in here. So you can put some Ghirardellis in here, some little Hershey's, anything like that. But look how cute it is. Of course, it's got gingham on it. I love it. But before I get started, I just wanted to tell you all about this adorable bracelet that I have. I am collaborating with CHARMSDIY. And yeah, it's so cute, y'all. It just stretches on here. But I wanted to show you this because it is so cute. You pick your charms. Yeah, the charms on here, I looked them up and they're like $3.99, $4.99. This is not an expensive bracelet. I mean, you can do 3, you can do 2, you can do 1 if you just want. I'm going to show you the packaging it came in because it was so cute. And I am going to put a link in the description for this. It's Italian charm bracelet. And it just tells you here how to put the charms on. It's very easy. It gives you a little tool. And this is how it comes packaged in this little box. And I actually, mine came with this, which is a basic. And so you can do this and just put like 3 of your favorite charms on here. This is a great gift. I could see these for your grandkids, for you to put things on your grandkids. Like I have a charm bracelet also, the hanging kind, and that my kids gave me, and it has things for all my grandkids on it, like the sports they played and different events. And you can do the same thing with this. And this is, I'm sure, cheaper than that, but it's very high quality. I got one that has gold in it. It has some hearts. It has some little flowers on this one. I didn't pick all these. They sent them to me. But yeah, a lot of these I love because it has a little cross on here. It has a heart with family on it. It's got a boat on here. There's double hearts here. This is so cute, y'all. It has different kinds of scenery, like for holidays and trips that you take. But here's the little tool in here, and you just use this little tool, and it fits right underneath here, and you just turn it, and you can see how that opens, and there's a little hook here, and you just add it to your bracelet. And here's some other ones that I didn't put on because it was a little bit loose. So this one says Drama Queen, and this one has the Eye of Protection, a little spider, and a little deck of cards. Yeah, you can change them out, get them. I just had to share this with you because I thought it was so cute. And you know I'm not going to share things that I don't like. I just don't do it. I get offers every single day. And I love this one. It was so cute. I was like, I couldn't resist, y'all. So I'll have a link in the description. It's called CHARMSDIY because you actually just put it together yourself, and it's super easy. But yeah, I wanted to share that with you today. And all the information will be in my description of the video. Just click on the more and it'll be down there. So yeah, I wanted to share it because I thought it was super cute. All right, everyone, let's get on with the project. So I am going to share this today. It's super quick and easy, and it's a fun one. Don't think you can't do it because, yeah, it's easy. All right, let's get started with this. You're going to need a piece of 4x6. I'm using, of course, garden green because it goes with this adorable gingham. And by the way, this gingham paper, it won't be available till September 3rd, which is just about a week away. Y'all, time is flying. But yeah, it's this paper here. I showed it in my haul. It's the back side of this one, and I just love it. But you need 2 pieces of this, and it's 3 by 2 3/8. And I'll show you how to cut it for this. But look at this paper, y'all. It's just so cute. If you didn't see it, I'm going to show you. Look at all these patterns. Look at this. I love this paper. Let me tell you what it's called. It's gonna be, I'll put it in my blog so you can see which it is. It's Christmas Tags and More. Super, super cute. All right, so this is what you're gonna need for this. You're also going to need some real red ink and a little cheer stamp set. So I am using Sending a Little Cheer, and I'm using these 3 images, which come with these 3 punches. It has the punch for each one. Yeah, that's the bundle. And then for the handles, I'm using the stylish shapes, and I'm using the circles for that. All right, let's get going on this. All right, let's stamp first. So I am going to stamp just on some scrap. I'm going to stamp the Sending a Little Cheer. And then we'll just cut that one out. Sorry if you can hear my air conditioner. It is very warm here still. And I heard that a lot of you are getting it too. So normally we get all that stuff, but I see that it's up north and everything. All right, and I'm gonna just flag this side. It's harder to flag with these big scissors, but that's what we're going to use for our sentiment. And then I have another scrap here, and I'm going to use real red for these little images. They're so cute. So we're just going to do star, the little stocking, and the Christmas tree. I got that a little crooked. Sometimes it makes it harder to punch, but let's see. Let's start with the star here. So it punches out each one of these, which is so quick and easy. They go flying. Got to be careful with that. Let's cut off this little thing here. And there's our little stocking. They're so, so cute. All right, I'm going to set these aside, and we're going to make our box. Now, it's a little bit different than some of the boxes that I make, but it's easy to do. Okay, so let's score this piece. And we're only scoring on the 6-inch side. We're going to hand score the other side. So you're going to score it at 2.5 and 3.5. And then we are going to mark it and score it. It's really easy. So I'm going to mark it with a pen so you can see. I'll use my Stampin' Right marker, which these are going away, y'all. I talked about it in my last video. And you're going to mark it at 1/2 here on the top, and then you're going to mark it at 3.5. And then we're going to go to this bottom score mark right here, and you're going to mark it on the bottom score mark at 1 and at 3. And you're going to do the same on this side. You're going to mark it at 1/2 and 3.5. And then on this, you're going to mark it at 1 and 3. So that's easy. All right, I'm going to go ahead and mark these so you can see what I'm doing here. I'm going to score it from that mark to this bottom mark. This is going to be on the inside. Oops, this is not working that way. Let me do it with a pen. All right, so we're going to do it from that score mark to the other one. And then we're going to do it on this one from that score mark to this one. And you can draw this all out. We're going to also score down here. So you want to score straight down from this one to that middle one. And you'll see how it looks after I show you it marked, and then you'll understand it. So that one to to this one, and then this one to that. I just wanted to get that shape and this is the way I figured out how to do it. All right, I am going to also just grab the scoring tool one more time, and I'm going to score on, I'm going to score down here on here. So I'm just going to score down on here. But you can do this with your ruler, because we're going to do the top part with the ruler. We used to have a diagonal scoring tool that went with that, but with our Simply Scored, but they discontinued that. I wish they didn't, because I really loved that about it, because then it would make this scoring so much easier. I mean, it's not hard with a ruler, but it would have been easier. So we're just scoring on all these marks that I just drew. All right, and we're only making 2 cuts on each side. So we're going to cut in here. And then we're going to cut the sides here. You can make a bunch of these, y'all. Once you get it down and you hand score, it's so easy and quick to do. All right, so let's sharpen these up. I'm going to do it this way because I marked those. And then you're just going to put some adhesive on the sides here. Let me see if this will play right with me. Nope, I need to get my wet glue. I'm actually going to start using probably just my Nuevo glue here. I'm going to probably just use this, and I have a bottle of it too. But it's just so hard, or else I'm going to use tear and tape. That thing just keeps on messing with me. It works so good because it's really strong. So you're going to line these up just like that. It's really, really good adhesive. And all my boxes have stayed together really nicely with it. So I'm not giving up on it. It's just, it can be frustrating. All right, now I have a couple little tiny, tiny things sticking up here. So I'm just going to trim that. And you can see how little it is. It's just a little tiny sliver. So just take that part off. And then you have your box. Look how easy that is, y'all. All right, for these 2 pieces here, we are going to mark. Okay, so we're going to mark it at 1/2 and 2.5. That's all that you're going to mark on those. And you're doing it on the 3-inch side. 1/2 and 2.5. And then I'll cut these on my trimmer because it just makes it easier to have a straight line. But you can do these with, like, if you have big scissors like I have. And then you're just going to line this point up in the track here with where we marked. And then just cut down. And then you're going to do the same with this one. And I am going to do it this way because I always get confused. And then you're going to have one there, and then let's do the other one. So that corner there and the mark right here. And then the same with this one, the corner and that mark. All right, so we have our 2 pieces for matting. All right, so let's go ahead and, let's make our handles first. So this is how I'm doing the handles, like I always do if I'm doing. I have 2 together. Let me tell you the sizes of these. Let me just measure it here because I got it on the paper. They're 2 1/4 and 1 1/4. So those are the 2 that we're using for this. I'm going to run this through twice to get 2 handles. Okay, so I have two handles and they're both the same because I used this, kept my tape on here, my mint tape, to hold it together, and I just ran it through again. So there are two that are just the same. All right, I'm gonna do these different. Last time I put them on the inside, but I think I'm gonna put it on the outside and then mat on top of it. So let's go ahead and glue these on. And we're going to put one here, and just put the handle the height that you would like it. And then I'm just going to flip it around and do the other one. And I just hold it up to see if it's the same height. You can see just by looking on it this way. All right, let's mat it. I got to get along the edges. I notice if I don't get it along the edges, it doesn't want to stay, the corners doesn't want to stay down. So that's one side, and then we'll do the other one. And you can see it fits really good on here. I think it looks better with these on the outside and not on the inside. All right, so we got our purse all ready to go. Now let's just decorate it. On this one, I put little holes here, and I just put the thread through it. And by the way, I'm using this one, and this I'll link in the description. It's a lot thicker than the Stampin' Up one. The Stampin' Up one didn't show up really good, so I decided to use this one here. So I put holes in it, but I'm thinking that I could just glue it down this way and then just run it around the top and come back down. Let's try that, and I'll see which way I like it better. I just thought maybe that'd be easier just not to put the hole in it. So I'm going to use some wet glue and put enough on here so that it stays down. And I'm just going to wrap it here down on the back here. I'm going to hold it a minute because it takes a minute for that to stick. The other one I had a knot in it, and I think I'm going to put a dab right here just to hold it down right there. And then we're going to just wrap it this way and wrap it around. I'm going to cut this. I don't know if that's going to stay there, but cut this shorter. And again, put enough glue on there to hold it. I'm going to use a few glue dots to hold it in place as well. Not on the back, but in the front here. So it holds it down. And I'm using dimensionals, mini dimensionals, to hold down the little tree and star. And okay, maybe that'll stay now. Let's go ahead and grab our little stars and our sending cheer. I'm going to put this on first. And what I did here to get it kind of at a slant, I just cut it going this way, just so it fits the side of the box. And we're going to glue that one down. And then let's add our little pieces here. And I'm going to grab some glue dots here. And we're just going to hold it down here with one. And then I'm going to do a couple on the sides. I only put a couple on the last one, but this time I'll just, and you won't see them because our little things are going to be there, our little star and tree. And but I just wanted it to look like they're hanging there. All right, so I'm going to grab some mini dimensionals, and these just barely fit on these. You can trim it down if you want, but I didn't trim them. And we're going to stick the star in the middle there. And then we're going to put the little stocking. We'll put that one on this side. I probably should put this down a hair. Yeah, like that better. And then the tree. Just put it on the widest part of these because they just fit on here. Everything that is available I'll put in the inspiration sheet and on my blog at stampingwithamore.com. I gotta get it straight, y'all. Alright, and then I'm just gonna add a little bow with my basic white ribbon here. We're just gonna tie a little bow. I like this smaller ribbon for something like this. I was going to use the real red ribbon, the new real red ribbon, but it was too thick, I thought, for this project. So let's cut our tails here. And I'm going to use another glue dot for this ribbon. And we're just going to put it right there. Isn't that cute? Let me grab some of the candies. I had these, y'all, since last year, these little Andes mints. I love these. I'm surprised I didn't eat them all because they're so cute. I mean, they're so tasty. They're cute too, though. So there you have it. It's all done. Aren't they cute though? I think they're really sweet. And these would be super cute table settings or just little gifts for your coworkers, friends, the kids. Yeah, it's a fun one to do and it's really easy. I hope you all have a blessed day. If you need any supplies, don't forget, you can go shop on my blog at stampingwithamore.com. And the new catalog comes out September 3rd. If you don't have a demonstrator and you'd like a catalog, I have a request catalog on my blog at stampingwithamore.com. Also, don't forget about this adorable bracelet. Oh my gosh, this is so fun, y'all. I really, really love it. And thank you, CHARMSDIY, for sponsoring this video. And thank you so much. Have a blessed day. I'll catch you in the next one. See you later, everyone. Bye.